Hey everybody. Thanks for checking out the stream today. Do I have audio? Oh, I screwed that up the other. Okay, so I have audio here. Hey, what's up? Hey, you made it. Awesome, Pigeon. Awesome. So I changed some things. Uh the I've been trying to figure out. I noticed that there was some streamers that had it set up so that like it showed that they were getting ready to go. So I just spent like the last hour trying to set that up here. So I saw that it was working, but now I got a notification that says there's something wrong with my resolution. So if it's choppy or the audio is not coming through or there's something wrong, let me know. I don't know if I can change it now, but if it appears to be working well, I'm not gonna screw up a good thing. So thanks for checking in, Crow. Good to see you here as well. That schedule thing I'm looking forward to, because then I can kind of set that stuff up ahead of time, and then if I decide not to go or something happens, I can just remove it or so then you guys aren't necessarily waiting or worrying about me getting on. So today is broadcast number 32, I believe. It is broadcast 32. It is day 51 since I started my challenge. I don't know if I said hi, Crow, but hi. Everything's been going really well since I ended the fast at about 9 days ago, I guess. And been refeeding. It's been something where I have the last 2 days, or yesterday and the day before, I really tried hard to push myself to get a few more calories than I was craving, because my body just hasn't had a big crave or big push to eat. Anytime I have eaten an excess of a specific food, I've gotten nauseous. So I try not to, eat a bunch of something. And a lot of times I'm actually trying to not finish what I have in front of me, just as kind of a habit to try to develop as well. Like I said, I haven't had a huge push in hunger. It's very restrictive diet still, so there's not a lot of things that are going to trigger me to overeat with the diet I have right now, because I suppose there's only so many bananas you can get in you till you're full. But the weight loss has been going good. I'm gonna get that up here, and because I got so wrapped up in this setting up the pre-studio stuff, it's all kind of messed up. But so Awesome and Crow, how are your diets going? If anybody else is in here checking it out, I'd love to hear how your guys' diets are going. Any non-scale victories, any weigh in. All right, let me get it going here. He's demanding. Let me find, it's probably so. Let me get this going here, and I switched phones too, so everything's all goofy with that. You getting things ready for the first? Awesome. What are you doing? What's your plan? Let's see. That should be there. So I think this is going to be a little messed up because I resized this when I was working with the Garmin, so you might see order. But let's check out today's weight here. Today the weight is 418.6. I'm realizing that's not coming through very well there, but it's 418.6. So that puts me in 51 days. It is 101.2 pounds. I hit the 100. That's pretty awesome. So I had been in on Saturday. I might have I thought I Instagrammed it, but maybe I didn't. But I did weigh in on Saturday on day 49, and I was just short of 100. And so I might have a photo of it here. Let me just see what the weight is, because everything's uh let me just double check. We had family in town, so I have a lot of, so I was at 421 on Saturday. So then day 50, I wasn't around the scale, so I couldn't even weigh in. And so today I'm 418.6. So, I figure I hit the 100-pound probably yesterday. So 100 pounds, 50 days, really awesome. I'm excited to have that weight gone. The other kind of milestone this puts at me in is that when I was at let's see, 7 years ago, I brought up this weight diet a lot because I lost a lot of weight. It was 140 pounds I lost in about 9 months. And when I started that diet, I had walked into the doctor's office. I was 424 pounds. And so I'm right now, the fast and the refeed has got me to the position where I am like at the beginning of where I was 7 years ago. It sucks that the last 7 years, I've flushed down the toilet, but I can't change that now. I'm happy to have erased all that damage, or working on erasing all that damage, and to be progressing forward. I don't know that it's going to be possible to lose the 140 in 9 months like I did last time, because I obviously would have had the initial 20 pounds you lose. Kind of anybody that's over, any male that's over, 350, 400, any diet you go on, you're going to lose a lot of weight initially, just from food inside you and all kinds of stuff here. Let me go see. There was some NonScale. Gary's birthday was this weekend, and we did stick to the diet. It was good. It wasn't as tough as, for me, it wasn't as tough because it wasn't my birthday. It was her birthday. Probably one of the toughest things for me with it is, like, Carrie, we celebrate birthdays with breakfast pancakes, and so it's kind of like it's the first thing of the day, and then we couldn't really do it the same way. The kids still had pancakes, and we still had fun, and we still celebrated, but we were able to do it safely without breaking our diet. Let's see, Crow answered me. You're going to go for one meal a day, and then try to fast a little bit at the beginning. Yeah, I mean, you got to get the you got to get your body used to not having some of the stuff you've been feeding it. So fasting to start is not a bad idea, in my opinion. Let's see. Bolt, Bolt says he's struggling. I mean, there's a lot of, let's see. Bolt says he's struggling. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's just don't let it cause you to keep going down. Yeah, what Awesome is saying there, just keep, wake up. It's not even, I don't know. I mean, it can be, but there's so many times where people are like, it's tomorrow's a new day, and I think that maybe that's waiting too long. Maybe it's your next bite is your new day. Like, you can't say, because how many times have I broken my diet at noon and then let it ruin the rest of the day, or broke it at 10 a.m. and let it ruin the rest. Like, if you break it at 10 a.m., you got to get back on your diet at noon. Like, it's something that I think that we allow ourselves to break it, and then we're like, okay, now we have a safe period because I broke my diet. I'm now allowed 12 hours to be diet free, and then I will resume my diet in 12 hours. But it doesn't work like that. Your body doesn't care. Your body wants the most calories, the fastest way, and in the smallest volume, so that it can get more, And so You gotta, it's something where you can't beat yourself, even if you just ate the piece of candy. You can't beat yourself up for it, but you gotta learn, you gotta get back on it. You can't wait for those few out, you can't wait to. But anyways, let's see. Yes, Carrie made some black bean brownies. They were good. They definitely didn't, they didn't have the black bean. They didn't have the brownie taste, but they were good. They made up for it. And let's see. Yeah, no, and Crow's, thanks for the 100 pounds. And your past weight doesn't matter near as much as that. Yeah. Yeah, so the Crow is asking me about the Discord. Bolt's definitely been hit me up on the Discord. I created a server. I don't know anything past that. I'll work on it. Okay. It was just called Fasting. I tried to figure out how to share it the other day on here, and I don't know if everything's set up. But I will figure out more on it and maybe share it in a comment or send you guys a message. Because if you guys know more about Discord, maybe you can help me once you get into it. But yeah, I've worked on it. I know there's been other people asking me about other social media platforms, and I'm still trying to figure out the ones I've chosen to broadcast and do stuff on. So, any non-scale, the only non-scale victory I have is I fit in to my red Star Wars shirt today. It's I believe it's a 4, it might be a 5X, but it's similar to that black Star Wars shirt I think I wore not too long ago. But it was a shirt I hadn't worn for a long time. Fit great. I don't know what happened. I had it on at some point this morning, and then I got to work and I don't have it on. So I've been wearing I don't see a lot of people, so it's not a big deal. But I don't normally wear my suspenders on the outside of my clothes. I usually have a t-shirt with suspenders and an overshirt and my red shirt. It must be sitting on the table. I don't know why I took it off. Like, don't know. Anyways, but that would have been my non-scale victory, as I am in another new old shirt. Yes, it is sitting on the counter. I don't know. It was a hectic morning, I guess. I mean, the kids went back to school. Their only day this whole week that they're actually going to in-school learning. And so that would have been probably my non-scale victory. Am I back? Had that done that before, or has it been jerky or jittery? It alerted me pretty quick, so I don't think I didn't really say anything important. Okay. I have to figure it out. There's something, it says that I have the resolution for my scheduled stream versus what I'm actually broadcasting or not in sync. And so, but I was trying to lower the latency so I can see your guys' comments quicker, and I think they are coming in pretty quick. And when I look at, I kind of monitor my video as well. It looks like it's going. So we're gonna keep going on here. I didn't have a bunch of my math together because I got working on this. I got excited about doing this schedule, and I think this week I'm gonna do a stream today. I think I'm gonna skip tomorrow and do a stream Wednesday, and then do a stream Friday. I think I'm gonna do Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week, and then I can set up a schedule thing, and then you guys should get alerts, or you'll be able to set a reminder to tell you when I go live. And so I'm excited about that. But I'm trying to see what I weighed at the end. you need the Discord for the reduced stream schedule. My life is finally back to normal, so I can actually catch your streams again. Yeah. I mean, the viewership's actually up today, which is cool. And I really like doing this. I like the accountability for me. I like the feedback I get from you guys. And so I want to do them a lot, but I also realize that I only can bring so much content. And when now that I'm not doing something so cool as water fasting for 40 days, there's no reason to check me out. But anyways, I like doing it. I'm gonna keep doing them, but I'm trying to figure out what the weight I was at the end of my fast, at the end of the 40-day fast, and I'm sure it's on my Instagram. Actually, that's probably going to be the fastest way for me to find that. And if you're not on my Instagram, it is at Fasting. That is FAHSTING, and you can check out my stuff there. So was I at 429.6? Is that 90 pounds? Okay, so I was 90 pounds down at 40. No, it was more than 2 pounds a day. So I think it was 9. I think it was 429. It was 41 days, 1,090 pounds down. So I'm down another 11 pounds in 11 days. So I've actually still been losing at about the same pace as I was losing as I was while I was fasting. There's been a couple things that have led, I haven't been eating a lot. And then, until the last couple of days, I've been pushing that a little bit. And then the feet that I started to talk to, and then I got distracted. That kept me kind of not being mobile for the last few days, which sucked. But I haven't. So I'll address that in a second, Carrie. Where are we at? So still losing the weight at 1 pound a day, but I'm picking up the volume I'm eating, so that should slow down. My feet, I keep starting talking about, they're feeling a lot better. My right big toe has gone back to hurting, kind of like what it was, because it was the first thing that I had any pain in was my right big toe, and then kind of both my ankles back and forth, and all. And my right ankle never had a problem. I'm sorry, my left ankle. But so I wasn't being real active, and then I felt like I shouldn't eat a ton while I'm being active. Let me see. There's some comments here. So Carrie had mentioned, and this is something that with the fasting, and this is Dr. Fung. I think if you get on YouTube, if you're going to get into water fasting, that's definitely one of the guys that you should be seeing a lot of what their research is. And I was Friday, Saturday, I was complaining about being cold while other people necessarily weren't complaining about it in my house, but that's because they're all lizard people. But or maybe I'm the lizard person. Anyways, but I haven't felt that way at all today. I really picked up my eating yesterday, and it's helped a lot. But one of the things is that you fast, you don't have a lot of problems. But what they found is that when people end their fast and they're not eating enough, they complained a lot about being cold. And so that was something that, we talked about the other day, and definitely been making a push since then to continue to eat more. Crow says it's nice to chat and boost each other. Absolutely. And then Lori, it's not boring at all. Often people do the continuation of their way of eating, so others can realistically see what happens after a fast. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and that's you were the one that asked me, Lori, about the why we had gone to the vegan SOS free, and there's a lot of things that led us into that, and really for me, You know, I don't know if you saw, I talked about it the other day, or if you have any other questions about it, let me know. But um, I'm just trying to kind of slowly back, you know, introduce foods. And for a few months here, I'm going to do this and see how it feels. It's something where the doctors or the people that have talked about eating this way, um, the big one of the things that they talk about is you have to give it a chance, um, because your body takes time, a lot longer than you would think, to get used to not getting a lot of the foods that we get, you know, through, or the stuff that we get through salt, oil, and sugars. And so it takes your body a while to develop the right processes to process those foods. And so I'm doing it, like, you know, until February for sure. I don't have any plans of stopping it at this point in February, but that's as far as I'm going to say 100%. I'm sticking to this diet, and I'm not going to deviate from that. It's going to be for a couple months here, because it's hard. I talk about it, and you guys all go through it when you do elimination diets. Is there's a lot of things you have to eliminate that are tough, and that's why the diets work. Is because they're eliminating the tough stuff, because the tough stuff um, is what you have to worry about. Have there been any major digestion issues since you were refeeding? No. So I had that raw yellow pepper, and I think it was just too quick to eat that raw, kind of hardy of a food, in my opinion. And it just tasted it, burped it, it just kept kind of, it was just in my gut for a long time. Um, Other than that, I kind of uh haven't had much issue. I've tried to keep myself from binging on any one product, I guess. Like base wise, last night I ate unsalted, unoiled popcorn, just popcorn cooked on heat. Um, and I was kind of worried that that was going to give me issues, and I really haven't had any issues. And I had a better movement today than I had probably since starting the refeed. So I hope that kind of helps answer that question for you. Um, I'm still going to keep paying attention to that, because that's an important, you know, part of the process, is making sure that things are coming out. And I know that I've seen other people online that have fasted have had issues with that. So I am going to continue to keep my eye on that. I can do the math here real quick on the 1,000 calorie. I'm not going to update it on there, but it's going to be, it was 101.2 pounds that I've lost. 354,200 calories lost. So that's a third of the way. Yeah. Well, yeah, 100 pounds, third of the way. Yeah. Wow. You lost 100 pounds. Your goal is 300. Made it a third of the way. That's some tough math. Um. Anyways. Let's see. And you know, really, wish I had more activity I was doing, but I haven't got my food up. Haven't got my food up to the level I want yet. Yeah, really. Almost, a pigeon said that's almost 1% a day. It really, yeah. I mean, it's 30. Yeah, pretty good. It's I'm happy with it, and I knew it was going to be, you know, obviously uh great at the beginning here, and so I'm gonna keep going with it. It's let's see. I didn't realize I even had that widget up still, but I'm trying to think. Anybody have any issues with any of their food addictions kind of flaring up or causing them issues? Um, you know, I guess for me, the only thing uh would be that, you know, I love my wife's best friend, and she means well, but you know, she sends my wife a birthday present, and I mean, it's literally a shoebox at least, and it's filled with candy from 40 years ago, or like kind of to celebrate her birthday. So there's all kinds of nostalgic candies in there. Yeah, hard candies from the 80s. Yeah, hard candies from the 80s. And then there's obviously the Skittles and the M&Ms and all the other ones, but a lot of the stuff you hadn't seen in years, like the different suckers and uh, what was it? Candy cigarettes. That's something you don't see a lot. Not that I'm craving candy cigarettes, but there was a few things in there. I was like, oh, that'd be cool to try that, and the kids are constantly running up to me with a new candy, where they're like, hey, can you open this for me? And I'm like, yeah, sure, Um, and so it's that would have been really the only spot where I kind of had any it's so one of those things where it's like single candy, and it's at some point I will have a single candy and not feel bad about it, um and I don't know that I would feel, yeah, well, I would, because I'm trying to do something right now, um but right now I had so many of those candies back in the 80s and 90s when I grew up. I probably ate enough for my lifetime, and in reality, and then they still exist somehow. They still got them, so I think I could hunt them down if I really wanted them. Let's see. Pigeon says he just got back from a trip where he was snowing in a cabin, so he didn't have to diet for a few weeks. Getting it all out of the way was kind of nice, though. And then your family, yeah, Crow says her family made ugly Christmas sweaters. That kind of makes you, and then left them at your house. That's awesome. That's so nice, huh? Well, so not to get too much, but my wife, prior to this, years and years ago, her and a friend did. They baked cookies, like sugar cookies, and so for holidays they still do some of that stuff, and they had sugar cookie kits around the house, but those have always been off limits, so that's not so tough as the candies. Thanks, Bolt. I appreciate that. And then, yeah, it was cool seeing the kids eat those candies or trying them for the first time. The Big League Chew, that was one. I mean, it wouldn't have been for, yeah, just for the nostalgia of it. But and then Pop Rocks, things like that. So, um, but yeah, so that was kind of, we had some food stuff come up, but for the most part, I just grabbed an apple and cut it up and ate some apple slices. So, smells, you can go to places. Smells are honestly underrated. I'll go to places to eat with my friends just for the aroma. Awesome Pigeon said. Yeah, and well, that's another thing I've talked about in some of my previous streams too, is that there is some benefit in watching people eat. I think that there's chemicals that release, or there's things that happen in you that satisfy you a little bit. Yeah, John smelled everything while fasting. I did. I did. I did definitely smell a lot of the foods that they were making, or I'd come in and like, oh, you're making, spaghetti and meatballs, or I'd pick up what they would. Crow says, I think they say you have a much more vivid memory connected to your sense of smell than any of your other senses. Yeah, I would think there's some. Carrie was making something yesterday. It was like a bean and onion and whatever mix. And whatever seasoning she put in, all I could smell was scratch and sniff pickles. And that reminds me of being in like kindergarten and having like a flip book, and having like just the little characters you'd scratch and sniff. And yeah, so I believe that there's yeah, I think, yeah, there's also some, I think in some of the Audible there's some stuff too where you can hear a song and it takes you back to a time. But yeah, the smell, um I mean, that's kind of the furthest kind of forward sense in our whole body too. About it, the first thing that anything hits is our sense of smell. I guess eyes. Anyways, I don't know. Scratch and Sniff Pickles. That's going to be my new band name. Bit into a scented eraser. That's pretty cool. But that didn't taste any good at all. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot more today. I don't know. Today was a pretty good stream. I'm definitely gonna get on Wednesday. I'll talk to Carrie. We'll see if I have time tomorrow. If I get on, I'll schedule it like I did today. But I am gonna head out of here. Got a couple more things to do before I end my day. And thanks for popping in, guys. It was a good stream today. Big fan. 100 pounds down. Let your friends know. 50 days. I'm saying 50, even though it was kind of 51, but it was 51 pounds down in 51 days. So, yeah. So I'm gonna hop off. You guys have a great day and stick to your diets. And if you can't stick to your diet, watch one of my videos, make a comment. I don't know, send me a DM if you have a question. Try to help you out. Do my best I can, okay? All right, guys. You have a great day. Oh, my Instagram at Fasting, Fahsting, Instagram.